What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing our 100 sub special on what if Deku was Megumi. Thank you again for all the likes and comments and positive just support I've been getting on my past videos, and thank you for getting me to 100 subs this quick. It really means a lot, and thank you for whoever gave me this idea. I'll shout you out in the description and in the top comment, because I don't remember your name right now, but if I do remember, I'll put your comment and your name up now. Yeah, again, thanks for 100 subs. Hopefully you guys liked the 100 sub special. So without further ado, cue the intro. Alright, so the way that this what if will actually take place is that in this timeline, Deku's father would be Toji Fushiguro instead of being Hayashi Midoriya, but Inko will still be his mom, so she'll take the name Fushiguro instead of Midoriya. Yeah. So, we see a young boy. His name is Izuku Megumi Fushiguro, son of Toji Fushiguro and Inko Fushiguro. Toji was an interesting guy. Not much was known about his personality. Not much was known about his parents. The only thing Inko really knew was that he was a bounty hunter, and somehow she fell in love with him. But life was good. Everything was fine. Toji treated her well. He always got her everything she ever wanted and dreamed of, which was partially why she fell in love with him in the first place. Her relationship before that didn't really work out with a man named Hayashi Midoriya. He was never home and always running errands, he said. But Inko had her suspicions and why she called off the marriage. She thought that he was always messing around with girl from girl, coming home late at nights at random times, never knowing when he'll come home and when he'll leave. Always freaked her out. So she decided to just leave him. And this is when Toji came in place. They had a good 2 years of their relationship until they decided to make things, a little more intense. And when Toji proposed to Inko. Inko's whole family loved Toji. They thought he was a great guy. Even though he did a shady job, he cared for his wife. And they could really tell. And it was opening, and they invited him with open arms to the family. We then skipped to the birth of their firstborn son, Izuku Megumi Fushiguro. Izuku looked a little strange. He looked nothing like his mother, which was weird because her side all had strong genes, and all the firstborns always looked like their mothers, which was just a little weird for her, but she just thought that maybe it was just something new, and maybe he would just look like his father, which he did. He had a black and purple hair, with purple highlights screeching across his hair, with something strange. He had blue eyes, something neither his father nor his mother did. And he didn't come out crying. He was silent and calm, something that freaked Inko and Toji out at first. But the doctor said, this isn't anything to be worried about. Some babies just come out like him, just calm. Those are usually the best ones, in my opinion, as the doctor and Inko and Hayashi laugh. We skipped to 4 years. Deku is in his first year of kindergarten and is walking into the school for the first time. He didn't know anyone, and he was really shy. He didn't know how to make friends and was really awkward talking to people, since he only really interacted with his dad and his mom, going out to play sometimes, but mostly staying by himself. Always keeping the same look on his face, nice and calm. Never raising his voice that much, never crying. He was a strange child, but they loved him anyway. Toji then walked his son into the building. Alright, Izuku, today's your first day of school. As he ruffled his hair. Try to make some friends and make me and your mom proud. As he just smiled and picked up his son and gave him a hug. As he put him on top of his head and carried him to his class. As he put him down, Izuku just hugged his father one last time and said, "Okay, bye, Dad. See you after school." As he just waved off and just started walking with his hands in his pockets. This was shocking Toji. He knew his son Izuku was very chill, but he didn't expect him to be like this. He didn't seem to care, and he was always calm, which kind of freaked him out sometimes, but his parents told him that he was like that too, and he'll probably just grow out of it once he reaches his teenage years, as he hopes. Well, he says, "Alright, love you," as Izuku says, "Love you too, Dad," as he just turns around, going to sit down and introducing himself to his teacher. As Toji sheds a few tears knowing that this is the beginning of his path to become an adult. As he walks out to pick up a bounty before he comes home, so he can surprise his son with the new gaming system that he'd been wanting for a while. Nothing much, but he really loved his son, and he was really proud of the person that he was becoming. And he just can't wait to become the best father there is, and see his own son become a pro hero, something he even couldn't do, because he had no mastery over his quirk. Now, let me give you a quick rundown on what Toji's quirk is. Toji had the ability to create dragons. He can control dragons, and that was just his Shingami. That was his quirk. It was called Create. It was something that the Fushiguro family was known for. They were a family full of pro heroes in many different countries, some living in China, some living in America, and it was just spread out across the world. One of the most powerful families indeed, but also one of the most dangerous, as they could pretty much be able to control anything, and it was never for certain which animal or what thing they'll be able to control. No two Fushiros ever had the same ability, which was something that was kind of hard to be trained since no one could ever relate, other than a few simple hand signs. But that was pretty much it. Toji's quirk was really devastating. Since it was dragons, it was very strong, and since he lacked control, he was expelled from the Hero Academy in America for accidentally destroying a building all by himself. He moved to Japan when he was 16 years old with his parents. His parent was the number one hero in America until his tragic ending by a defeat of the main villain at that time. Both of them killed each other, but I know that's not what you guys are here for, so let me get back to the story. As we see Izuku going into the class, he says hi to a teacher and giving him the apple that his dad told him to give the teacher. Something to make the teacher like him a little more. As he did, the teacher smiled and said thank you to Izuku, as he gave the boy a little pat on his head as he placed the apple on his front desk. Well, class, settle down, as we saw students playing around and jumping and just talking to their newly made friends. We have a new student today. His name is Izuku Megumi Fushiguro, and he'll be joining us from today on. Izuku started school late. He started 5 months behind. His parents never wanted to take him out of private school, but times became hard, and for the betterment of the family, they decided that it was best to bring him to just a normal public school. Hi, says Izuku, as he just keeps the same calm face on as he has his hands in his pockets, pulling one out to make a small waving gesture. Like he said, my name is Izuku Megumi Fushiguro, but you can just call me Megumi. That's what my family calls me, at least. With Bakugo coming up and shaking his hand. Hi, nice to meet you, Megumi. My name is Katsuki Bakugo. And then this is my friend, Jin. And this is my friend, Toge. Well, nice to meet you guys. As they all just laugh, forming a new form of friendship. It was very easy for them all four to get along. They were all very different, but in the same time they were the same. They were all calm, and this time Bakugo, not having his whole complex of him being the best, so he did not unlock his quirk yet. He was still a very calm child, very likable, and very nice. Always keeping a bright smile on his face, saying that he'll become the #1 hero when he unlocks his quirk after all. We see the first person get their quirk in the group. It was actually Jin. He had the ability to outstretch his arms and his limbs, something that could be very useful in saving a person. Not too much in fighting, to be honest. Well, they all thought it was pretty cool, and they all thought that, man, Jin could be a really cool hero with this cool quirk, as Jin just had a bashful smile on his face, seeing that even Megumi was complimenting him, something that was very rare to see. We see Megumi actually unlocking his quirk second. He was fighting Bakugo and just having a little spar, as he accidentally put his two hands together in a weird motion, as a tiny pup spawned and just formed out of nothing. Bakugo completely was in shock and amazed as he saw his friend unlock his quirk right before his very eyes. As Bakugo ran up to the teacher and said, Teach! Izuku unlocked his quirk! Izuku unlocked his quirk! And he said, oh really? Let's see. As Bakugo said, show him Izuku! As he said, okay. As Izuku tries to remember the hand motions that he did to summon his Shigami in the first place. If I'm pronouncing the Shigami or Shigami in the wrong way, again, I'm very sorry. But yeah. So he says, okay, let's give it a try. As he puts his hands together and forms his Shigami, like I said. A tiny pup comes out and just gives a nice little rough and yip, impressing the teachers and all the students, all gathering around and petting Izuku's new pup, saying, man, that's cool, Izuku. You unlock your quirk, second out of all of us. I wonder what your quirk is going to be, says Toge to Bakugo. Man, I don't know. Hopefully something like combined by my parents, That could be pretty cool. Explosions. With Toge saying, yeah, that would be cool, but I wonder what mine would be. Little did they know that Bakugo unlocking his quirk might be the change of their friendship forever. We skip 3 more months down the line. Deku and his Shigami became very close. Deku treating it like his own pet, loving it and showing it complete loyalty, which the pup showed in return. It wasn't long until the pup began to grow out of control. It was very weird seeing the pup just starting to grow rapidly, but dog years are much different than human years, said Deku in his head. As we skip to Izuku, 10 minutes after he got into the car. Hey Dad, do you think after school you'll be able to train me, on using my quirk and some little hand-to-hand fighting? Him having the smile on his face. The first time Toji really saw his son change his expression, other than just having a few grins now and then, but mostly keeping the same calm face. He couldn't turn down his son. He's not used to this after all, so every single time that Izuku smiles, he really cares about the situation, so he couldn't say no. Yeah, sure, no problem. After school, I'll take you to the park and we can train on our quirks. Yay! As Izuku says, him having an even brighter smile on his face. As his dad says, man, this kid will really be the death of me. I can't seem to say no when he gives me that smile, as he just rubs his head bashfully. As he says, well, here we are. Remember, your actions are a reflection on me and your mom, so make sure you do well in school and you treat all your friends nicely, and you say hi to Bakugo and Toge and Jin for me, okay? As he says, yes, Dad, will do, as he walks out of the car and goes into the school, meeting up with his friends saying, hey guys, what's up? Getting over his awkward stage, not being able to talk more freely around his friends, but still not showing much emotion most of the time. As I said, oh hi Izuku, tell your dad I said hi, tell your dad I say hi when he picks you up. Matter of fact, I'll just tell him hi myself, says the group. As I said, yeah, sure. Do you guys think you can come over my house today? Sorry, Bakugo, but I can't, says Izuku. Dad agreed to finally train me. Oh, really? You really been begging him for the past few months. I guess it was all came to a good way of ending it, I guess, says Bakugo with a smile. As we enter the class, Bakugo felt something weird. His hands started getting hot, and some sparks started to crackle from it. Oh my god, I awakened my quirk! I awakened my quirk, says Bakugo, as the whole class started to surround him. Wow, Bakugo, your quirk is really amazing, says one of the teachers. You'll definitely be able to be the #1 hero with this, for sure, says one of the other students. As Bakugo says, nah, stop it, guys. My quirk isn't that cool. It's not like I can outstretch my limbs or make things from pure air, says Bakugo as he looks to his two friends. Toji was very sad though. All of his friends awakened his quirk, and he still hasn't awakened his yet. I wonder will we ever be able to awaken it. As he goes and just sits down, having his head held down, as the teacher comes up to him and says, Toji, are you okay? As he starts to cry a little. It's not fair. All of my friends are awakening these cool quirks, and I haven't awakened anything yet. Do you think I'm quirkless? As he looks up to the teacher. Nah, says the teacher. Some people awaken it before others, but that shouldn't be anything to worry about. The oldest people usually awaken their quirk is 6. So that means you still got 2 more years. Hold your head up high, Toji, and wipe those tears. And go play with your friends, you know. You only live once, and you're only a kid for a short while. So enjoy it while you can. As Toji gives the teacher a smile, as he wipes his tears and goes to run off to play with his friends. Well guys, this will do it for the part 1 on the 100 sub special series on What If Deku Was Megumi. Again, thank you for whoever gave me this idea. It really means a lot, and I'm really glad you guys really seem to enjoy my What If Deku Was Toge series. And hopefully you guys will enjoy this What If as well. I will be making some more What If series, and I have some ideas so far. What if Deku was Yuta, Atsukotsu from Jujutsu Kaisen, and what if Naruto was Thorfinn? Let me know how you guys feel about those ideas in the chat below. Yeah, let me know, some more ideas that you guys will want me to do. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the 100 sub special part 1, and thank you again. But after further ado, it's Xero, and I'm out. Peace.